Good evening, everyone. This is Leroy Gaffney, better known as Butterscud, coming to you live for the Go Hard Nation podcast. We have some things to talk about today, man. I'm gonna put this just pearly things situation to rest today because I am tired of hearing about it, and for people around here making up excuses for this lady and not giving us the full story on what was really going on with this podcasting situation. Now, I know you're saying to yourself, now, Leroy Gavin, why won't you leave it the hell alone? Because it's a bigger picture in what's going on right here, right now. We're being bombarded with a whole lot of silly mess from a lot of YouTube favorites of mine, and a lot of people around here trying to say that they know what's going on and why we worrying about what this white lady is saying about us and everything. So I'm going to put it to rest today so that we can understand what is really going on and the big problem with it, the situation that it is today. This is a sticky situation, man. This is something that a lot of people are not going to be able to understand. So if you're not one that can follow directions or want to listen to a long drawn out synopsis of what's going on, you can check out now. But if you want to hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, stick around and listen to me. Take my hand and walk with me down this road. All right. We're going to address this Miss Pearly things. I was watching a YouTuber by the name of Jason Black, one of my favorite YouTubers. I've been watching him for years, and I'm down with his pro-back message, and I listened to what he was saying about the Miss Pearly things, and I totally agree on a lot of the stuff he's saying, but he said some things, man, that made me think. Okay, when I watched the interview between Miss Pearly things and Nick Fuentes, they were talking about the obvious big pink elephant in the room, which is the Jewish Holocaust and the Jewish issue that they have. So when Nick Fuentes went to the point where he was getting a little too touchy with the Jewish community, Just Pearly Things use a deflecting tactic by talking about the black community, which if she was sticking to her journalistic capability, she would have asked the question, what is your problem with the Jewish people and the Jewish community? Where do we have an issue with them as being white folks? Now, I know that's one of the most controversial things that can be said on this subject. But instead of her asking him to address that, she deflected and used some about black community and slavery, which we know what it is about that. We all have an issue. I mean, we all know that was, but she deflected because she didn't want to get into the bigger Jewish, Gentile, non-Gentile issue that's going on in the world today. I would ask you would ask yourself, Scud, why, man? You know, that was a direct hit for black folks. It was a deflection. She deflected that because she knew her true issue is with the Jewish community. So you say to yourself, Scud, why is that the issue? All right, let's break it down for a second. And when you break something down to its smallest fraction, you got to understand is money and backgrounds. It's your money and your heritage that plays the biggest part in this equation that we're having right here. Black folks, you're not even third in this equation. You may be fourth, you may be third or fourth, but you're not the 1, 2 of this equation. And that's your Gentile and your non-Gentile people that are having this issue together. When Nick Fuentes was going into his rant about how, he has an issue with the Jewish community. Miss Pearly Things, who I found out later, she's mixed with German, and she's mixed with Irish. Okay, these are two different heritage that we have nothing to do with. When they went into the problem what they were having with the Jewish community, she deflected because she knew that was too much. The reason that she brought Nick Fuentes up there was so that she can get backing from the non-Gentile WASP or Aryan white people. She knows that because her background is German. Now, I don't care what anyone says. They can say what, but German people and Jewish people still have issues from what happened back in the days. Her issue with that community made her feel as though that the issue that we have with them corresponds with the issue that they have with black folks, which is that the Jewish folks demand and got their reparations. The black folks are demanding reparations, but the same way she probably felt that those Jewish people didn't deserve reparations, she's thinking that these black folks don't deserve reparations or something to help them become whole again. So what she did was she deflected that answer. And instead of her going through the journalistic things and saying, okay, what is your issue with the Jewish community or the Hebrews or the Gentiles? She didn't want to go that far. So she deflected a racist situation on to us. And we took the bait. We sat there and we're sitting here and we're watching this play out like that's a problem between us when this lady's going to move on. She know why she had Nick Fuentes up there in the first place was so that she can start getting that white money without the backing of the Jewish people. So she threw us under the bus. We're too busy being so into us narcissistic behavior and not understanding what just happened that we got these coon cracker lovers coming out here saying that this is all about us and what made it so bad is our women saw it. They felt it. The black woman looked at this Pearly Things situation, most of them anyway, and said, something don't sit right with how these men are caping for this lady. And the reason that y'all caping for is because you thought it was $1 in it for you. But you didn't see the real picture. The real picture isn't even about you. The real picture is about her getting that non-Jewish money so that she can grow. Not your money. Your money is third, fourth on the list. And it's not even necessarily the Jewish money now because she knows I have no alignment with them. It was that non-Gentile white money that she was going for. And she threw you under the bus to get it, which truly makes her the racist that she is. When she can deny you what you need for your people and your families because she don't think that she owes you. And truthfully, she can make an argument because her lineage does not go back to slave owner lineage. So she really don't have a dog in the fight either. She's just white. So, but that's enough for her. That's enough for her to feel as though, yeah, I can deny these people what they want or need because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with my heritage because if you go down the line, I'm probably German, but I do have an issue with these these non-Gentile white men and white people. These Gentile Hebrews. I have an issue with them because they're saying that we put a Holocaust or we put them through a whole lot of situations, and I know that we didn't do them that bad, or it can be embellished. So the real issue wasn't slavery was embellished. The real issue was the Jewish community is embellishing us Germans. You know what I'm saying? I heard it when I was listening to certain people. I was listening to Obsidian, and he asked a question, but he didn't ask the question for the right reason. He asked the question because he was being nosy, but he asked, what was your lineage? What is your heritage? And she would say, I'm like a mutt and stuff like that. But really, when you said what it boils down to, I'm German and I'm Irish. One's a Aryan race. One can be considered a wasp, a white Anglo-Saxon person. You know what I'm saying? And these other people, these other YouTubers, I really don't want to mention their names, man, but they're some of my favorite YouTubers. They're biting at the bait. This was a total deflection. And we're sitting here debating why this lady did it when we know why she did it. Because she's looking for non-Gentile white money. Angry Man knew this. Antoine Daniels knew this. Obsidian should know these. All these people are very smart black men, and they should know better. But we know that is what she's doing. And you are biting into do. And you are helping this lady pull a racist move on us and using us as the political football to hold other people away. I mean, to hold the situation away from what she really wants to talk about. Now, our women, the Crips and Cures, the Danica Maries, the Six of Goddesses, they see this situation, but they can't put their finger on it because they don't want to delve into the political question of Gentile, non-Gentile money. Or they just looking at you as, maybe they can be black women can be so deep into themselves they don't see the big neo-political question that this is. But you as a black man should know better. This is a ploy. This is a deflection act so that they can get, so she can have her way, that she can have a chance to get non-Gentile white money. And you're sitting here and you act like you don't see it. I see it. You see it. Can't keep letting this go. You can't keep being the political football for certain people when they're trying to get the bag. And you all always talking about getting the bag. I can't understand how this is happening to us over and over again. You gotta look at life and you gotta look at this game as chess. But see, we're thinking that we're all chess players on the same side, when you gotta realize there's two people playing the chess game. The reason why the black problem is an issue is because we're playing chess without a king. They're trying to make us play chess with two queens or a queen. And we've already lost. We're not even playing anymore. We lost the game because our king is gone. And what was the king of the black community? Was a leader. You could say Martin Luther King. You could say Malcolm X or black leadership, period. But we are playing chess without a king. And we're trying to use our queen as the thing that's coveted, which in the game of chess is just another pawn. Just another piece on the chess game. Now, other people that's playing this chess game, they have their king, they have their leadership, they have their male leadership, and they're using a queen as a pawn or to use in certain situations. We, as black people, at best, if we're not religious, we're knights, and if we are religious, we're bishops. We had a chance to overthrow and take down the white man's queen, but we didn't. We deferred. We played ourselves. We made it look like they was you going after the wrong thing when we had them on the ropes right there and y'all fucked it up. Can't keep fucking up good moves because you don't see the big picture. This picture was, yeah, we knew what you did. We know you used your women or this woman as a political football to control something, and we could have exposed it. But y'all around here acting like you don't see the big picture. White folks are using this lady as a ploy to make a play on non-Gentile white money. And she would have gave it right back to her people. And as a knight and or a bishop, whichever you are, you had a chance to take it down. But now you propped her up. She took you down. She got you arguing with your queens. So now you playing yourself. And when I mean queens, I'm talking about the play on the thing on the thing. I mean the piece on the chessboard, because these queens don't own anything. So you can't call yourself a queen, and they can't be queen without their king. So you played yourself. This was a move, man, that put us back, because we not seeing what this is. And you coon ass crap. I don't want to call you that. You disrespectful type men use this as a situation when we could have came ahead in that. We could have got our women to understand, okay, they see the big picture. But now your women think you're sillier than ever because you don't understand what the political move that was pulled on you. This is the problem, man. This is the issue why we have an issue in the black community, and the issue is when we're being used as a deflection to a point where we can't even make any moves for ourselves anymore because we're too busy worrying about how we look in front of this white lady. Played ourselves. Shame, man. I thought that we were smarter than this. I thought a lot of our black men were smarter than this. You around here making it now you cooning for the sisters, and now you don't let everybody say what they want to say. They won't what she want to say, because if she was so important and wanted to say what she wanted to say, she'd have asked that man, well, what is the issue that we have with the Jewish community? And she didn't have a heart enough to say that. She ain't going in front of no Jewish commission and explain why your history books don't come off the way and stuff like that. There's a lot of history that comes off in the Jewish background that I understand, because I grew up Jewish. But I'm not a Jew because I don't have those genetic markers. Not that I know of anyway until I take a test. So she doesn't address that stuff because that's too taboo. They might get me thrown off, but I don't want to get thrown. I mean, I'm not here to talk bad about the Jewish religion because, I grew up in that religion. But this lady wouldn't ask those questions. Those are tough questions. Not some mess about roots. That's the tough question. She wouldn't answer, and she deflected. And she let that Fuentes dude off the hook because she knew if he got too far into what he was talking about, it was going to be super backlash. Not this old jive backlash you guys are goddamn giving her. I'm talking about real backlash where she might have been put off of YouTube, period. So stop coming to me talking about she can say what she wants, because she didn't want to say what she wants. She wanted to say something to deflect from the big issue. So think about that. Understand that this isn't the first time, and this won't be the last time that our game of life will be tested, and we'll be taken off the board because we don't see the big picture. We around here complaining, talking about she can say what she wants, and black men are this, and black men don't understand that, and our black women just say that. Our black women saw that this was shaky. They couldn't put their finger on it because maybe they wasn't looking at the geopolitical situation that it was. You as a black man, you should be thinking more than just did they treat me wrong during slavery, because it's a bigger picture than that. This was a total deflection from the biggest issue of Gentile, non-Gentile people working together, funds and finances. Black money is third on the list, probably. Maybe it's fourth. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here and make this lady out like she's some kind of something that you should be protecting, when really you should have saw what she really did, which was a racist and and conniving move. She deflected away from the Jewish question because she thought it was too much. Y'all trying to make out like she's some hero and she can say what she wants and she's strong. But really what she did was she deflected from that issue and put on to a people that, I can do these guys any way I want. They'll sit there and argue and fuss amongst each other, where I'm getting away from that. And maybe I can get some Jew and Gentile money. I mean, non-Gentile money. So I let these guys argue amongst themselves while I go ahead and get the bag. And we always talking about some kind of bag that we gonna get with her. And don't nobody get shit. Or the little mess y'all put up there, like that obsidian mess last night, man. That was a disgrace. I made y'all out to look like coons and suck-ups. Your women don't even respect you, and that's why they don't respect you. Not because you ain't did anything, because you do stupid stuff. You put your money and your time into talking about a lady that has nothing to do with you, that did that just so she can get up, so she can get those Jewish people off her back. And that's your problem. That's why you ain't shit. That's why we can't make no money together, man, because you're so worried about what somebody else is doing. When really you got set up the whole time. I thought you were smarter than that. You come off as an asshole. Black men that said that was cool. The Obsidians, Antoine Daniel, Angry Men. And I love them people. I listen to them every day. But y'all came off as suckers because we got played. And we got to stop that shit. Can't make no money doing that, man. We can't come off. We can't rule our women, man, when we make these silly mistakes in life, man. When we do this stupid stuff that holds us back from what we need to get done. You know what I'm saying? Sorry I had to cuss you guys out, man. I'm frustrated, but I want this to be the end. I want everybody to know what it was. This was a deflection. You're being used as a political football, and you don't see it. We have to change that. We got to bring back our king. Somebody got to have some kind of leadership going on, man, and we got to protect that leadership. Can't be around here walking around with an exposed queen trying to play a game when they got all their goddamn pieces. I want you to understand that, man. About to carry my ass home, man. I'm glad we could talk. I'm hoping that, I don't have any people listening to me right now, but I hope that you can take this to heart if you see it down the line sometimes. I'll be posting it on YouTube and Facebook, Hopefully maybe I can pin it to some people so that they can see what's going on, and we can work together, and we can stop this, and we can prop us up a black king so that we can help, so that we can work against those other people. Man, there's too many people out here playing chess, and we still around here playing checkers. So understand this. I am pro-black. I am pro-black family. I am pro-black business. I don't have anything against white folks, Spanish, Cuban, Italian, no one. I understand that they have an agenda and we have an agenda. Sometimes we may clash in the agendas that we're pushing. However, that don't mean I hate them. I look at them as adversaries. There's nothing wrong with having an adversary. You know what I'm saying? I've learned that from when I played sports. A lot of you guys, man, I wish you would play sports. I wish you had your fathers there for you to help you understand that every man ain't going to be your friend. That don't mean they hate you. That means that you in their way. And if you in their way, you got to get out of their way. Black men don't seem to understand that. We think if somebody's in the way, that means they're supposed to be in our way. No, they're not supposed to be in your way. They're supposed to be out of your way. So work accordingly with your people. That just because they're in front of you don't mean they got to stay in front of you. Just because they got the upper hand on you don't mean they got to keep the upper hand on you. And that you got to work around that. No, you got to work to have the upper hand. Be the king that the black people need. So we just stop talking about our queen. Because that's the only thing you got, you can't play chess against other people who have kings and queens. Let that be known. I'm glad we could talk. I was trying out a new light anyway. I hope that it looks a little better than what I've been putting out. We bought some more equipment today too, so I'm gonna work all this in, man, so you won't just see this one camera angle. We can see different camera angles. We can see different things that's going on in the Go Hard Nation universe. I want to get back to showing this black masculine art that I produce. I've been drawing, I've been designing, so I hope we can work that back into. Why nobody listening? Why I'm a beginner on this YouTube YouTube streets. I can get off a few points, man. I hope that the Jewish community don't take what I said as a slight, because I grew up Jewish. I understand your ways and the ways you do things, your Passovers and your Sabbaths. I can't even say it anymore, Sabbath. So, I know how you keep that holy and the way you work together as a community. I applaud that. I think that's beautiful. I would like for some of that to rub off on this black community though. So, don't take it as a slight. I love you all. I think everybody's got something to bring to the table in their own way. So I'm gonna move on out. Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for watching. And like my girlfriend said, I need to tell people to like, share, and subscribe, so that we can build up and move up in the algorithm, so that we can be seen and we can grow. All right. Peace out.